Hey guys, Sarah here, aka Sniffles. Just a recap, I've been off the trail for a little bit. I was on there for like a month and some change, and I'm planning on getting back on for a little bit this month before fall classes start. So, to get in the spirits, I decided to answer some questions that you guys threw my way about hiking the AT. So here we go. First question from F Jackie 13. Do you miss backpacking the AT as much as I miss watching? It's a lot. Yes, absolutely. I miss it every day. It was tough, but I even miss the bad days because you're allowed to have bad days out there. So yeah, I miss it like a lot. Z.Bradshaw92 asks, what are some trail necessities? So, hiking the trail, I kind of realized that nothing that I had was really a necessity. Minus like the water filter if, you don't feel like getting sick. But one thing I saw as a necessity was having my coffee in the morning. I really enjoyed that, and it kind of got my day started on, the right foot if, I had a bad night or anything. So I definitely am going to have to say, like, my stove. I didn't really cook a lot with it, but I definitely had coffee every single morning with it. So I would say that was a good, mood booster. So E_Lane213 asks, how did you resupply while on the trail? So I'm not a big fan of drop boxes. I don't like having a schedule. So I don't like to have to be somewhere at a certain time. I like to kind of go with the flow, and if I end up in a town, I end up in a town. So I just found that a couple things that I did ship to myself, I would always happen to be there late Saturday or on Sundays when it's closed. So I just thought it was the most inconvenient thing ever. So I would rather, even if it costs a little bit more, it kind of seems like it costs the same, but even if it costs a little bit more, I'd rather go into towns and resupply than have to deal with getting a package, in my opinion. Everybody's different, but that's just how I felt. Next question, Lil_squid. She asked, what was one thing that you absolutely needed to have on the trail when you did your trip, and what was one thing you wish you had with you? So I really did enjoy my coffee, but one thing that I know that I really needed was having my fanny pack. The convenience factor was the most important to me, because I'm not good at drinking water, so having my Neo or my Gatorade powder in, a convenient pouch was, the best thing for my health, to be honest. It kept me hydrated, it kept me going, especially on hot days. It was a really convenient thing to just grab my bottle, squirt some in, drink it. So I think that was super important. And also just having my camera and my phone convenient for me allowed me to capture moments that I really wanted to. So to be honest, that was something that I really needed, and I needed health-wise and just, enjoyment-wise. One thing you wish you had with you. So this might be a little cliche, but towards the end of my hike, I got pretty lonely because I left a lot of my trail family, as well as, moved backwards. I came back to North Carolina to hike what I skipped. And I realized how much I really needed the socialization aspect of the trail. I think it's a very, important factor to the experience you have. And I know that having somebody to talk to at the end of the night was, just, I don't know. I just know that, like, having someone to talk to at the end of the night, that was just something I really, really enjoyed having. So that was one thing I really needed. I wish I had somebody to hike with, because towards the end of my hike, I was hiking with no people, 0 people. I saw 0 people on the trail, slept by myself, which is fine. But, it gets kind of boring after a while. I did have Ziggy, who's the most important, but he can't talk back, so it's kind of tough. So yeah, that was one thing I needed and wanted. Larry.Hikes asked, plans for next hike. So I do have some plans this month to hike parts of North Carolina and Virginia. Haven't exactly decided my sections before fall classes start. But yeah, so that's that. And then, of course, next year I'll be back hiking parts of the AT that I missed at this point. So life changes. a lot, so we'll see what it throws at me. B Faulkner 95 asks, curious how much weight you'd carry just for your dog's needs, food, water, etc. So I didn't carry like really anything for Ziggy. He carried all of his stuff. His pack never exceeded like 6 pounds though. So he carried all of his food unless we went to town for resupply. So whatever food was left over that I couldn't get in his pack, which was usually a day or two worth of food, I would carry. But that's only like an extra pound or two. Like it really wasn't anything. And then he never carried water because there was just so much water on the trail that I didn't have to worry about it. He has a hearty enough stomach. He can drink straight from the creeks and streams. So that wasn't a problem. But on hot days when I knew it was going to be pretty hot, or if we were hiking in the middle of the day, or if I knew there was a stretch without water, I would make sure to carry an extra liter or two just for him, just in case. So it was never more than like an extra 5 pounds for me. But he carried everything else that was his. What is your big 3 hiking gears? So tent, sleeping bag, and backpack. That's from F Jackie 13 again. So my tent is the Big Agnes Fly Creek UL2. I love that thing. It's lightweight, it's super roomy. My dog can fit in it, my pack can fit in it, a friend can fit in it. Yeah, I think it's like the perfect size for me, and I'm petite, but it works great. My sleeping bag is Big Agnes Roxanne. She's 15 degree, which is perfect for me. It did get a little toasty towards like midsummer, so but it was not a problem. I unzipped it, slept with it open, and it was super comfortable. So I love that thing. Backpack has my heart. So my pack is my favorite thing in the world. It's the Hyperlight 2400 Southwest. It's a 40 liter with extra big hip pockets now, and I'm obsessed with it. It's super lightweight, waterproof, so I don't have to deal with a rain cover. And yeah, I highly recommend that guy. It's human_extraordinaire. I think I said that right. I don't know. How are your legs doing now that you've been off the trail for a good while? So I never really had any leg problems on the trail, surprisingly. It was a lot of my feet, but it wasn't anything like too crazy. But for some reason, when I got off the trail, my knees were killing me. So I don't really know what that was all about, but I definitely had a lot of knee problems for a while. So that lasted about a month, maybe a little less, and it was awful. And then my first like run back was awful because I got shin splints, and I haven't gotten shin splints since like high school. So I don't really know what was going on with my legs, if they were just like going through some healing process or something that I didn't notice on the trail. I'm not sure. But they feel perfectly fine now, which is awesome. But I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna candy coat it. It was awful for the first like month off the trail. Yeah, that was not cool. Yeah, that's all the questions I got. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to message me or comment below, and I will get to them when I can. Thanks for the questions, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.